For many years, there had been talks about a third movie. Fans would wait patiently for Ghostbusters 3 to come out, only to be disappointed. What was the holdup? Part of it was due to the lack of interest from Sony. Another reason was that the actors were busy doing other things. But the biggest reason of all was Bill Murray's reluctance. One of the reasons behind Bill's reluctance was due to his attitude towards sequels. He felt that sequels were just merely cash grabs instead of being made for the art. His experience on Ghostbusters 2 also played a factor in his reluctance to come back. There was also the fact that he had a huge falling out with co-star Harold Ramis during the making of Groundhog Day. During an interview, Ernie Hudson was asked about the possibility of Ghostbusters 3. He basically expressed doubt that the movie would ever get made. This may not have been the thing fans wanted to hear, but he did make a surprising announcement. He would be voicing Winston Zeddemore in a new video game. Released in 2009, Ghostbusters the video game would be exactly what the fans were hoping for in Ghostbusters 3. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Ernie Hudson, and Annie Potts would reprise their roles from the first two movies. William Atherton would reprise his role as Walter Peck from the first movie, and Max von Sydow would reprise his role as Vigo from the second movie. Brian Doyle Murray, Bill's older brother, who played the psychiatrist in the second movie, would voice the new mayor. The only major actors to be left out in the game were Sigourney Weaver and Rick Moranis. Although it had been reported she turned down the role, Sigourney Weaver has been on record of saying she was never asked to come back. As for Rick Moranis, he simply turned down the role. The game takes place around Thanksgiving of 1991. The story would involve the Ghostbusters looking to expand their business. They begin by training a new recruit, known only as the Rookie Ghostbuster. The Rookie Ghostbuster is the character the gamer plays. I have to admit, at the time, I was disappointed that you didn't get to play as the four Ghostbusters. But the more I thought about it, the more I came to believe that this was the right approach. It allows the player to feel like they are the new Ghostbuster, fighting alongside the originals. The story kicks off with a new Gozer exhibit in the Museum of Natural History. Because of a disturbance, a bunch of ghosts start to haunt New York, and it's up to the Ghostbusters to stop them, with the help of you, the new recruit. This game is a huge love letter to the franchise. There are plenty of Easter eggs to find, like the infamous ending to the NES Ghostbusters game, the PKE meter from the real Ghostbusters, a trap from the Extreme Ghostbusters. There's even an Easter egg to a fan-made film. There are a few familiar ghosts who return, like Slimer, Stay Puft, and the Librarian Ghost. However, it never feels like a rehash of the first movie. The game does a great job at explaining what's going on. They even go deeper in the lore. We learn the backstory of the Librarian Ghost, and Ivo Shandor is the main bad guy. There are also a lot of new ghosts, like the Spider Witch, Chef DeForest, and the Collector. The equipment has a nice update. I love how they basically combine the proton pack with the slime blower, as well as plenty of extra features to the packs. I want to clarify a misconception about this game. Although Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis are credited for writing the script, they didn't actually come up with the story. That honor goes to the game developers. However, they did say in interviews that both Dan and Harold were heavily involved in the writing process. The game exceeded everyone's expectations. It helped breathe new life in the franchise that everyone said was dead. Bill Murray even said in interviews that he enjoyed working on the game. So did this mean that we get a third movie, or at least another game? Sadly, neither would happen. The game developers admitted they wanted to make a sequel to the game, but the studio wanted to make a new movie. So they put a kibosh to that. The third movie, which seemed like a real possibility, would keep getting delayed. This was due partly to Bill's reluctance. There was, however, another reason, a more tragic one: Harold's decline in health. After the video game, Harold Ramis would suffer a series of illnesses. At one point, he had to relearn how to walk and talk. It was during this illness that Bill Murray would patch things up with his old friend. As the world prepared to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Ghostbusters in 2014, tragic news would arrive. Harold Ramis, who co-wrote the movies as well as the game, as well as played Egon Spengler, died. He was 69 years old. Few celebrity deaths affect me. Most of the time, my reaction is, so-and-so died? Gee, that sucks. Harold Ramis's death hit me pretty hard. It was like losing a member of the family. A lot of fans felt the same way. For anyone wondering why us fans would feel like this about someone we never got to meet, it's because Harold played a huge part of our childhoods. Many of us grew up watching the movies and the cartoon. Egon is an important character in the world of Ghostbusters. He was the brains of the group. He was the one who designed and built the equipment, with the help of Ray, of course. Egon was usually the one who figured out what they were dealing with and would more often than not come up with a solution to the problem. He was also pretty funny with his deadpan humor. Harold not only played Egon in the movies, he also co-wrote them. Many have said in interviews that he was the one who brought the heart to Ghostbusters. In fact, in early drafts of Ghostbusters, Egon didn't even exist. It wasn't until Harold Ramis came on board that Egon was created. In other words, without Harold Ramis, we never would have gotten Egon. Many Ghostbusters video games have been made before Ghostbusters the video game, including that terrible NES game. There have been plenty of video games made afterwards, including Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed, which featured Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson as Ray and Winston. Yet Ghostbusters the video game remains one of a kind. A moment where all four actors came back to play their characters in an epic adventure. It really did feel like the third movie we've been waiting for. Although the video game is no longer considered canon to the movies, for many of us fans, it will always be Ghostbusters 3. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.